What is up, YouTube? Mikkel Hayden here again. This is going to be our first hands-on investment video, and well, this is going to be a special one because as we very well might be heading into a recession, we see stock market is down and it is a very good time to try to profit off of that dip. So we will be taking a look at how to set up some automatic investments so that you don't need to even worry about it, and when the market bounces back, you'll be profiting off of that dip immediately. And in the long term, you'll be making consistent returns because these mutual funds have consistent percentages on your investments that you'll be making back. Very easy. It only takes a little bit to set up, so let's take a look at how to do that. Alright, so for this demonstration we'll be looking at how to set up this automatic investment process using Fidelity, but this will work with any other brokerage account that you can automatically set up deposits and investments with, so the process should be similar. This is my personal investment account that I set up with Fidelity. It's not managed by anyone other than myself, meaning I'm not paying any fees other than the very small ones that are included with mutual funds, which we will go over shortly. Alright, now that we have our brokerage account, we're going to want to look at a couple mutual funds to see what we want to set up our automatic investments into. Here I have pulled up two of Fidelity's most popular mutual funds. Fidelity Large Cap Growth and Fidelity 500, and there are a couple things that you'll want to look at when determining which mutual fund you're going to start investing into. First thing that you can look at over on this right hand side is what the index or mutual fund is actually composed of. It'll show the top 10 stocks, what percentage it takes up of that portfolio, and this will give you an idea of where in the market this index or mutual fund is taking from. As you can see, this is most of the big companies, tech companies that are making lots of money, and if we compare it with this other one I have pulled up, the real main difference is what percentage of the portfolio it's taking up. So this one is about 50%, while this one is only about a quarter of the portfolio. Now the second thing that you'll want to look at is the expense ratio, which you can see here. This is how much it's going to cost you to use this mutual fund. 0.015% is very small, and if you click on the fees and distribution, it'll tell you it's about 15 cents per $1,000, which is hardly anything. But it does vary from mutual fund to mutual fund, as this one's 0.035, which is only 35%, but that is twice what this one is. So you might want to determine which one you want to use based on that, and some could have quite a bit higher than that, so you want to be careful when choosing your index fund. Lastly, what you can look at when determining what you want to invest into are the average returns. You can see percentages here before and after taxes and distributions, so it'll give you an idea of how much you might be making while investing into these mutual funds. But first things first, when we set up these automations, you have to first own one of these mutual funds. So I will be demonstrating how to do that with this FXAIX. So you just go to trade like you would any other stock. You change it to mutual fund, select amount or your account. I'm just using my individual, which I have cash already in there available to trade, and it is FXAIX. There you see it, and it'll pull up how much it is. You'll say you want to buy some. I'm going to do 100. You don't need to purchase the full amount. You only have to purchase a little bit to own it and make this work. So it won't complete until the end of the day, but having this order in will be enough to do the next part. So we'll just place order, and that is it. You can exit out of that. Now, to set up your automations, you want to go to Account Features or Settings. It'll most likely be under Payments and Transfers if you're doing this under a different brokerage, and Automatic Transfers and Investments. Now this is where the magic happens. Here you'll first need to set up a connection to your bank account. I already have that. And you'll want to set up an automatic deposit that is monthly. If you don't have money in your cash or money in your account to trade with, then it won't automatically invest into these accounts that you're setting up. So you want to make sure you have at least as much as you'll be investing into your mutual funds each month. For me, I'm doing $200 a month. So far I have $100 going into this large cap mutual fund that I showed you before, and now I'll show you how to set it up with the one that I just bought. So you'll schedule a new transfer, set up automatic investment, choose your account, and core position. This is just where your cash to invest is located, so we'll select that. Now here it'll pull up a different page where you can select the mutual fund. You can see it pulled in the one that I just put in the purchase order for. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll do 100 so that we're using the 200 that I'm automatically depositing each month. You'll see the total there. We want to do it monthly. And today is the 23rd. I'm just going to do a couple days out from now so that it will activate this month. It usually has to be 2 or 3 days after you set up this automation, because the automation takes a couple days to go into effect. So we'll go ahead and do that. Stop date, we don't want to stop unless we decide to, and we'll go in and remove the automation. So this all should be good to go. And this is what I said before, that you need to have enough of a balance to actually make the purchase for this to go through. That's why you need to have a minimum deposit of whatever amount this is going to be. Go ahead and hit next. It'll give you a little review. You can read through this, which basically just explains how this goes. And you are set up. Now if we go back to Account Features, go back into Payments and Automatic Transfers. There we go. We see we now have 2 automatic investments each month for $100 each, and our one $200 deposit. And so each month this will deposit $200 into my account, and in that same month 100 will go into this mutual fund and 100 will go into this mutual fund. Hands free. I don't have to do anything. It does it on its own. I no longer have to worry about it, and I know that I'm investing $200 a month into these mutual funds, which will be giving an average of 8 to 12% per year. It does vary with the economy. As you see, this last year it's gone down a lot, but over time, in the long run, these will make you consistent returns. Now, one quick thing before we finish here, I'd like to put in a little why is this important bit. So let's imagine the average person works about 40 years of their life before retirement. Here we have an investment calculator to say, if we started at $0 at a return rate of say 8%, it could be higher with these mutual funds. and we're paying in an extra $50 monthly. $50 is very small. It's something that almost anyone can do. And as you can see, what I find most interesting here is this breakdown. Over the course of these 40 years, that would only be 13% of the total is what you would have invested, and 86% of this end balance of $175,000 will have all been from interest. That is just extra money that you did not put in. Over the 40 years, you would have done only $24,000, and $151,000 will all have been of interest. And some would say that's passive income, because in the end you put in, say, 10-15 minutes to set up these automations, and you'll have made $150,000 after having done nothing. Now, of course, as you get a better job, as you get older, you could up this number to something bigger, say $500 a month, that you've decided you want to invest into your retirement fund, for example. And you can see how this number can go up very fast, because now, instead of ending your retirement with only, say, $100,000 or $200,000, you are now a millionaire after 40 years. Of course, you could invest way faster than that. This is just a little example of how these small monthly investments can give you huge returns in the end, and it is very easy to see how fast these numbers can go up. Alright, now you are set. Your investments are automated, and you are making consistent returns and big profits off of a recession and over the course of the rest of your life. This is a very easy thing to set up, and it will bless you for the rest of your life. You only have to think about it once. There's a little bit of dedication, even if it's $50 a month, will make a huge difference, and it is very easy to do. But thank you guys for watching. I would love it if you could comment below if this was helpful. If it wasn't, tell me why, and also let me know what you'd like to see videos of in the future. I'm happy to help, and I'll be happy to respond to some of those comments. Also, hit the like button if you enjoyed this and found it helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.